the reason why I did so good at sales training is because I just don't give a shit.
And I don't trust easy people. It's very hard.
Right. Because you've seen a lot.
Do you... too much.
Yes.
Do you ever feel lonely?
Yeah, like I feel really lonely, like it's hard.
Have you ever been heartbroken?
Somebody like broke up with me on the spot, I started crying.
Would you let your lady pay the bill?
No, dumb question.
Never.
I know people are gonna chop this up and be like, oh, well, it's just make love and whatever, have sex, one night stand.
But let me ask you something.
Yes, ask me.
Everyone wants to know probably.
Yes.
Do you have a girlfriend? Buongiorno, everyone. So today I'm here with my friend Daniel G, and I think everyone knows about him. But today he is only Daniel.
It's only Daniel.
Yeah.
Without the G.
Daniele, actually.
Guaragna.
Daniele.
Guaragna.
Like, only, exactly.
Nobody even knows my last name.
Exactly.
So today's the
Guaragna.
Daniel Guaragna episode.
Daniele Guaragna. But no one calls you Daniele. Only your mother and me.
Yes. Only you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So because we have the same background, like South Italy, Italian background, nonna, grandmother, because from South Italy we have a strong culture and we can understand each other. Anyway, so Daniele.
Yes.
Who is Daniele?
Who is Daniele?
Who is Daniel?
Just a crazy kid that never stopped being a kid inside of life. Meaning like, I've just never stopped having fun. And people would be like, whoa, really? Like, but that's the sales trainer guy. I said, yeah, but the reason why I did so good at sales training is because I just don't give a shit.
Okay, so you think...
Like, if somebody heard me on stage for 6 hours, I'm playing and working. Like, sure, skill sets are skill sets. Like, you know, like my skills are my skills inside of sales. I always said this. I always said, like, you know, I'm going to be so skilled inside of life, but I'm never going to stop having fun. So that's me. That's like, I always like to have fun.
So you describe yourself, you still like, you're a kid. You're still a kid.
Yeah, I never want to lose it.
Yeah,
I never want to lose it. Like, I've lost it 2 years ago. Like, I remember, you know, when like life gets so logical, like when it's just like money, business growth, money, business growth.
Exactly.
And I'm like, like that fun and childness is leaving. So I always wanted to like incorporate my life with like that childlike energy and, you know, just having fun and not stop creating and thinking and dreaming. That's why we built the brand, The Dream and stuff.
The Dream, so yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, actually, when I met you the first time 2 years ago, I remember you kind of changed a little bit from 2 years ago.
Maybe.
Because you are more like focusing, I need to make money, I need to do a lot of... You still like that, but it's a different way. You're more chill now.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, yeah, like if you travel, last time you were traveling only if you're gonna make money, only if you're gonna have some work. But now maybe it's like you're more chill, it's okay. Right?
Yeah, because in the beginning, like, you know, sometimes you're in the beginning of business, you're like this. You don't know if it's going to work out, right? So you're trying to have control of everything. And then when you let go of that control and you just start operating naturally and you know it's going to work out instead of hoping and wishing and praying it's going to work out. And you're like, I already know it's going to work out. You move with a little bit more confidence, right? And then the second thing is just like, I don't want to just lose the fun inside of life. Like I wanted to continue having fun inside of life. So that's, even when I'm working, people don't see it. Like they're like, man, this guy's so aggressive. But like, I'm genuinely having fun when I'm training on stage. Like I'm having so much fun.
That's why people can feel good around you. That's why.
Yeah.
It's so, I have actually one of the biggest question is actually regarding confidence. So what's the biggest fear you never admit publicly? If you have the fears.
My biggest fear I never admitted publicly.
Because you actually only talk about work,
Biggest
sales.
fear never admitted publicly. I think it would be like not fulfilling the version of like my full potential inside of life. That would be like a big fear for me. Just being like, I know I can do so much and just like not stepping into it. So that's like what puts people in panic mode. That's probably one of my biggest ones because I could say it's like creating this big project or whatever the case is. I just really don't care. Last year, the response would have been different. Now I just don't give a crap about anything. It's just about like playing to like my human capacity and potential inside of life.
Tell me if it's true. I kind of feel that you really always want to show to everyone who you are, like in the best, bigger way. You want to be the biggest. You want to be the number one. You think it's something coming from your childhood, something that traumatized you,
Yeah,
something happened to you?
like
Because
now
I
you
know
show
for
for what you
myself.
lack, you're saying.
Yes.
Sure. What were you gonna say?
No, for me, it's I know that to me happened. Like when I was kid, okay, now I'm talking about me. But when I was kid at the school, I started school at 5 years old instead of 6, and the teacher kept telling to my mother, your daughter is too slow. She's not gonna make it. She's not gonna make it. And in the end, I will always make it. So they seeds in my head. I'm small. I'm never enough. So today, I think I want to show to everyone who I am and that I can make it.
No, for me,
It's
it's more so of, damn, I hope nobody feels what I felt in the beginning, so I'm gonna show them they can make it. That's the true thing that comes inside of
so
me.
you kind of suffer at the
Yeah,
beginning.
because well, of course, everybody
Yeah.
goes through the same events just in different detail. Sure, in the beginning stage of a business, you're trying to fill the gap in a void. You fill the gap in the void, and then you realize, damn, I've been lied to inside of life. Then you start thinking, because that's just a very short-term play. If you run your business off of trying to prove people wrong, it's one side of business. It's going as a soccer player into a different stadium and trying to win. That's one side of the business. But there's so many different components of business that keep things consistent. My major thing that keeps me showing up when people are like, "Are you so loud because you went through this when you were young?" and da 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 da. I'm like, one side, there's not like, I'm like, yeah, one side is like, shit, you want to prove people wrong. But if you wake up with that every single day, that's not enough of a drive to keep somebody consistent. So like for me, that's one side. That's everybody's side. There's always a little bit of that chip on the shoulder, being like, hey, I can do it, being the counted out kid. But the longevity side is more for other people to be like, hey, if I can do it, trust me, you can do it. And if I can do it the way I want to do it, like saying whatever I want to say, showing up however I want to show up, you will find your crowd too as well. So that's why I show up so big and loud, to show them that there's no repercussions of being who you are. People think there's repercussions of being who you are, so they're a little bit suffocated.
They're scared to show who they are for real.
Yeah,
sometimes.
like I genuinely, like, I get deals that get canceled because they're like, can he do this and not act like this on stage and say this and not talk about this, da da da. I get that a lot. And there's deals that come through maybe that want us to promote things and stuff, like whether it's on social media. And I just think like, man, I don't want to jeopardize for who I am to satisfy somebody else's needs. Like I just, sure, will you make a $5 check? Sure. But the feeling after, there's no momentum. So I do everything for feeling, accepting things for a feeling, meaning like, will I feel good and do I feel aligned by saying yes to this thing? Because what means more than anything, because I was in sales, I'm like, it's not whether you close the deal or not, it's how you feel when you get out of that engagement with that individual or with that like partnership or collaboration. So for me, I'm always like, just always be like, perform at your highest self with no limit. There's always going to be a cap, and that cap is just like, don't do something that can physically harm yourself. Other than that, like, just be who you want to be inside of life, because at the end of it, you'll start to realize there's a lot of people like you. Like I didn't know. I said, man, if I'm just crazy, because in the beginning, even when I started training, there was a lot of pushback, a lot. 6 years ago, everybody said, dude, this will never work out. I said, shit, maybe they're right. I didn't know. Like I genuinely had no clue. I'm like, man, maybe it won't work out. Because I was loud, just like I'm now loud, yelling on social media, you're crazy. How don't you work? Da, 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 da. I'm like, oh, maybe they're right. But I'm like, the last thing I would want to be is be like you.
Exactly.
That's all I always say. I'm like, the last thing I would want to be is show up like you. So I just kept doing it. I'm like, wow, there's a crowd.
Yeah.
There's a massive crowd. And the massive crowd, it's like, it only has to be like 0.0000001%.
But I remember you told me that when you were a kid, the doctors wanted to give you pills to calm you down, right?
Yeah.
And your mother said no, of course.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? And you also said, today people pay me for my
Crazy.
energy. Can you imagine? And for me, I want to say, like, the energy for me is one of the, maybe the biggest actually, trained sales in the worldwide, 100%. So
Thank you, yeah. But
imagine if your mother would have accept and do that, you would have been maybe here today, right?
Correct. Yeah. And that's also like, cheers to my mother,
See,
of course.
I love her. Ciao.
Yes, but at the same time, it's like that never stops. Meaning, like, is it really a pill that would suffocate me? Maybe,
At the beginning,
but
yes.
also
You keep,
people's opinions too. Like, as you grow older inside a business, people will tell you, "Hey, calm down. You don't have to do this. Oh, by the way, slow down. You've already done enough." That happens to me still 24/7.
and how do you feel when they tell you?
When people tell me to
Yeah.
slow down,
What do you think? Just,
I've like
just don't don't think about my business. Like, no, I want to keep going like this, or they are right. Or they make you think about it.
for me, I have a different perspective. For me, it's very hard to take. It's very difficult for me to take opinions from people. Very difficult.
Oh,
It's hard. It's very hard. I'll tell you why.
okay.
My standard is insane. Like if somebody's seen my life, my standard's insane. My standard is this. You're gonna give me an opinion? Okay, here we go.
Yalla.
So if somebody gives me an opinion, this is what I'm thinking about. If somebody tells me a work opinion, whatever, if they tell me an opinion, you should have a family now. You should slow down. I say, okay, great. You gotta equal up now. Because if somebody gives me an opinion, I always say this. If you're getting financial advice, they say a broke person's opinion is the most expensive commodity you'll ever own. Meaning like, do not take financial advice from somebody that's broke. Do not take fitness advice for somebody that's overweight. Of course not, right? I will never do it. It's impossible. So now I just look at it at a very logical level. You're gonna give me advice on something? Great. At the age of not even 31, 28, you do 250 flights a year.
By the way, it's
You
31,
speak-
guys.
You
With this
31
hat.
now.
Yeah.
You speak on 200 events a year, 150 events a year. Are you in tip-top shape?
Yeah.
Do you not drink alcohol? Are you spiritually inclined with your life? Do you talk to your family? Do you communicate every single day? Show me that you did this at 28. I'll take your advice. Go. Nobody does it. I've never met a soul in my life, anybody that's, even the people that are trainers now that said, dude, you got to wait until you have a kid. Your life's going to change. At 28 years old, sir, did you do this, and this? I barely, my biggest vice is smoking hookah last night.
Shisha.
Shisha.
Exactly.
That is like, if somebody had to pin it on me and
No cigar.
expose me, that's like the biggest, like that's what you can expose me for. That's it. So the reason why I'm saying that is because when I said it's very hard to take the opinion of another individual, I'm like, it's all people's, it's what you're shooting for in life. Because somebody told me, yes, people try to give you their lifestyle based on how they live. So another guy just told me, dude, you should have kids. Your whole business is going to change. I said, that's good advice for you. That ain't good advice for me. You don't do what I do every single day, and your goals are not my goals every single day. So why do I have to live your season when I'm already happy? But you should be happier, dude. How do you know? Maybe I'm living the most balanced lifestyle. To you, it looks crazy, right? So like when somebody said, listen, I got this question once. This was really recent.
Okay.
Somebody said, when are you gonna have kids or settle down? Right?
Come on, you're 31. You're still young. It's fine, no?
Yeah, but our parents had them at 18, 19, 20.
I know, but it's Calabria and Sicily.
When you have the perception that you've went through everything, you get the question a lot, like, what else
Yeah.
do you want to do?
You wanna?
No, you get the
Soon?
question a lot. People
But you
always
want us
ask
to?
you. Well, people always ask you, like,
Yeah.
hey, are you gonna have kids? Do you want kids, etc. I said, yeah, it'd be nice. I'm like, yeah, I can already tell I'm gonna be a great father. I get it. I'm great with every kid around me. I father everybody around me. I love being with children. And when a woman asked me this last week, I said, ma'am, do you have kids? She said, yeah. She was on stage. She's like, are you gonna have kids? Like, and I said, would you agree that they're work? And she said, yes. I said, would you agree that children are work? She said, yes.
Yes.
I'm like, yes, my mother would agree. I'm a psychopath. My mother raised me. I'm like, she would agree that I was work. I said, children are work. I said, and you put a lot of work into your kids. She's like, yes. I said, okay, ma'am, I've done 180 flights this year. I said, it would be the most disrespectful thing to bring a child into this life while not being able to lead and put the work in like you've done to that child. I said, I will never do that inside of life. I'm in the season of my life right now where this is what I got, and I'm grateful for what I got inside of life. So I'm working this season. I'm like, I don't know how long this is gonna go on, but this is what I've been given inside of life. I've been given these events, this work, this. I'm like, so I'm not gonna put pressure on myself when I've asked God, please make me a trainer in the world and let me speak to everybody. I asked for it, it came in. I'm not gonna put additional stress and anxiety inside of my life, like I should have this and I should have that, This is what I asked for. I'm not going to ask for balance. I'm not going to ask, people ask for balance or relaxing. Yes, but you also ask to be number one. And number one and balance don't really, those two things don't come in line.
Why not?
Number one and balance?
Why not?
Yeah, they just don't come in line. Yeah, that just doesn't happen. And that's how people burn out and have anxiety. You know who has anxiety inside of life?
Of course, I know.
Somebody that tries to force balance and be great. This thing that's just, it's impossible. Somebody can make this theory in their head. You can do all the stuff that you want inside of your own head. You can have balance inside of life. Then don't try to shoot for greatness.
I know it's very hard. I mean, the more you're successful, the more you isolate yourself. You don't have friends. You don't trust anyone anymore because you don't know if they want to just get an advantage for you. So it's actually one of the questions, because I realize in my small experience, or bigger, what I would want to say, I'm isolating myself much more since I'm more out there in social media and people know me in Dubai and everything. And I don't trust easy people. It's very hard.
Right, because you've seen a lot.
Do you? Oh, too much.
Yes.
Especially woman in Dubai, single. But listen, do you ever feel lonely?
Do I feel lonely? Well, I got Steve and Tony.
I know, Steven Tender. Yeah, but do you actually, like, sometimes you get in bad?
Again, I go back to the point where before, if you asked me this question 2 years ago, I would have been, like, I feel really lonely, like, it's hard. But then it goes back to the point, like, dude, you asked for it.
Yeah,
like,
you want that, I know.
No. Like, I asked for it. And I can literally go to the moment where I asked for it. 2018, I sat down on my car. I wrote down on a piece of paper. I literally said, God. I wrote it down on a piece of paper. I said, God, put me in front of the whole world because I need to train the whole world. So when I said world, I didn't say put me in front of Toronto, Canada. I didn't say put me in front of America. I said put me in front of the world. I want to dominate the world inside of sales training. Okay, so 2 years ago, I would have been like, yes, I'm lonely. Now I would never do that because it's an insult to what I wrote down and what I've asked for. Yes, of course. Does somebody feel lonely? Yes, but it's not a negative emotion. I manage expectations.
No, I didn't say it's
so like
negative.
I'm actually very I'm very aware of it. Like
Exactly.
I have comfort in it. I find peace in it. Before I was like, oh, but there should be somebody else with me and everybody should understand. Nobody should understand you, buddy. That's what I'm saying. People ask for one thing, and then when they get it, they're like, oh, but I didn't want this. Hey, you asked to eat. There's the food. Here's your hands are full. There you go, work. Nobody should understand you. You're gonna be alone. 150% you'll be alone. Why? Because you asked to be the world. If you ask to be LeBron James, who's gonna ask LeBron James, man, do you ever feel like you want a social life? The are you talking about? He's gonna say, like, I'm going for 5 championship rings. And the reason why I'm telling people this is because when they ask for something, if somebody right now is listening to your podcast, people create their own anxiety because they take the opinion of somebody else's life of fucking balance or whatever the case is. It's like, if you're LeBron, nobody questions. I wrote this on my story last week. I'm like, who questions the person that is going for a gold Olympic medal? You're working too hard. Nobody questions that person. Why?
Do you ever get anxious before going to the stage? Still now?
Anxious?
Yeah.
No, I just want to wake people up. That's like my thought is just
You
like,
never feel nervous, anything at
not
all?
really. No, not really.
Not anymore.
No, like the only thing I think about is like, is my shirt tucked in? Is my zipper pulled up? Let's rock. It's like
Do I look good?
Yeah, it's the only thing I think about. I'm like, is there something off with me? I look at my team, is there something off with me?
Yeah.
But what was I saying? Oh, I said,
Yes.
why does nobody question, why in business, why do people only question people inside of business? Like, why do I get questioned like, hey, do you ever feel like you're working too hard? Why does nobody go question the Olympian? No, like why is
Because
there never...
you're there, out there, people, they want to ask you questions.
No, but you guys get what I mean or no? Why does nobody ever question a soccer player? Nobody ever...
Oh, no, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
No,
why-
I have friends soccer players.
Yeah, so why does
I
nobody
ask them.
ever ask them, like, do you ever feel like you're training? Nobody says, like, hey, dude, slow down. You're training too hard.
Because they're more silent, so you're more loud. That's why. That's
No,
why
no,
people
no, no. Because you know what? You want to know why? Because that person shows people, this is what I want. This is my dream. And they don't tilt to the left and right. in business, the only reason why people get questioned is because they're open to feedback. Do you want to know why nobody questions Cristiano Ronaldo or any Olympian? Because their family members know they can't do what they do, so they're not going to go listen. The Olympian knows, like, dude, you cannot go do what I do right now, so I'm not open to your feedback, man.
Yeah.
No. This is a real. This is a real thing.
Of course.
So the reason why I say people get questioned inside of business is because you think like maybe inside of your head, oh, maybe this person's opinion is valid. I'm not open to your feedback because I'm a realist inside of life. I'm not gonna go listen to my mother's feedback about my business. It doesn't. I say you can't give it to me. My family will never do it. My family inside of my business, my family inside of my life will just not question it now. They won't question it.
But they try to tell you calm down.
No, it's just not going to happen anymore.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore.
Okay.
No, not anymore.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen right now.
Because I know your mother used to ask you a lot. Just
but that's the
I'm
thing,
afraid for yourself.
Because you bend in. When you bend in, you're showing them like, oh, maybe I'm not serious about my goal. So now, because I told people when you're serious about your goal and you don't bend into other people's opinions that don't have the results that you want, eventually people start to silence out. They won't do it. Like it would just won't happen anymore. Yes, before. Why? Because in the beginning stage, you're like, do I really want this? Is it really going to work out? So the ending formula is this. Like for me, it just became, are you actually committed to what you want? Because the more you committed you get, the more people can feel it and see it.
Okay. That's good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
So before, yes. Why? Because you bend into other people's opinions.
Yes.
You lean into it. So they're like, oh, they're open for feedback. An Olympian is not gonna lean in to their cousin's opinion. They're never gonna do it. I hope people understand this. By the way, this was a reflection for me 2 years ago. I had to look at athletes and superstars and say, man, why do they keep going? It's because they're very real with what they want and who they are. They're very, and they're not better than nobody. I'm not better than nobody. I said, this is where I'm headed. Yes, maybe it's a screwed up goal, but like, it's if you want it or if you don't want it and how serious you are with it. Most people don't even know what they want, or number two, they know what they want, but they're not serious with it. So those two things.
They're lazy as well.
What is it?
Lazy as well. Some people, they
Yeah,
want
they know what they want, but they're not serious with
But they're
it.
not disciplined. They're not like, they don't work hard and just they get lost. Have a question.
Yeah.
Do your sales skills use for also to talk to ladies?
Ladies.
Yeah.
Does it use for ladies?
You said you always read people.
Yeah, like I think
you read people spontaneous right now? Like it comes naturally for you? When you told me like a few days ago, like I read people all the time. I know them. I know how to.
Yeah, I think it's just being like consciously aware, like what Tony and I were talking about yesterday.
Yeah.
I said like, man, I said, where's the guy? I said, because I was telling Tony, I said, dude, like forget about training people how to talk to ladies. Like train men how to be confident. You know, like that's the first thing, number one. And then number two was like understand how people think, because there's no, like I've never been a guy that's like has this crazy pickup line to a lady.
Okay, so you're going away. So do you actually use your skills?
Because I just understand people, like you said. Like I understand like a lady.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, going back to our conversation at dinner yesterday, whether it's myself or anybody else, any lady just wants to be directly approached.
Yes.
They want to feel directly approached.
They want to feel feminine. We were talking about this. Also,
well, it's just intent.
Yeah.
So like when people say, do you use your sales skills? I'm like, well, shit, I'm just very direct with everybody. And guess what? If you're talking about a female, females love that. They don't like figuring out, like, is this guy trying to hit on me or is he not? You're hot. What are you doing tonight? Shut up. Let's go out for dinner. Be quiet. Let's go. Let's run. There's no good pickup line. It's just like, oh, the guy knows what he wants. And guess what? Ladies want to be led. Ladies want to be led better than they can lead themselves.
Yes.
Same thing with clients, by the way, inside of business. Clients don't know what the heck they want. Clients are walking around being like, I pretend like I know what I want. So guys get fooled out by this, being like, oh, yeah, she's just, you know, super secure and she knows everything. And I'm like, listen, she goes to bed saying, where's my Romeo inside of life?
Yes.
And the more ladies
the lady
you
wants
talk
to hear this, because there are a lot of strong ladies in Dubai, businesswoman, boss lady, whatever you want to call it. And then people think that we are so strong that we don't need a man. And the actual us, women like us, we need the most a man because we're
100%,
tired.
yes.
We're tired to just be always in a survival mood, and we want someone just to go home and feel a girl. I'm a girl at the end of the day. I want to remove this mask.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
It's not even a mask in the end of the day because I'm honest all day, every day. But we
it's
are
from both.
tired.
It's from both parties. Like,
Of course, it's from both. But
like a woman and a man. The man's trying to figure out like, is the woman, does she want to be masculine? A woman naturally wants to stay in her feminine. She wants to be
Yes.
taken care of.
Yes.
I don't care. Like, women say, well, I'm very intimidating. It's just because the guy doesn't understand the woman that like, I've never in my life, I don't even know what that means, like an intimidating woman. I don't know what it means, an intimidating woman, because I've always been around women, because I've always trained saleswomen. I've had saleswomen in my office. I always have friends that are ladies, right? And I'm like, oh no, you just don't get it. Every lady at the end of the day, I don't care what somebody says. Listen, I know friends that make $1 million a week inside of commissions, lady friends that make $1 million a week, woman, $1 million a week. I will tell you, they just want to be in their feminine.
exactly.
They just want to. And by the way, the reason why they made $1 million a
You should
week,
make a video for this. You
the
should tell to
reason
the
why
guys.
the ladies made $1 million
guys.
a week is because they had to step up inside of life.
Yeah.
They stepped up inside of life. And there was, listen, they came from a life where maybe they didn't come from a lot or whatever the case was. They stepped up inside of life and they made it happen. And by the way, it is not bad. I think it is not bad for a woman to be a hunter. It's fine. It's not bad. There's a season where that woman stepped up and had to hunt and kill the food and make their money. That's not a bad thing. But naturally, a woman wants to stay in her feminine.
Naturally,
even if
we're
she
not.
was,
Sorry, naturally, we're not. We should not be in the stress mood.
no,
We have
a woman should
hormones,
not.
We
No,
have like we should just
except with family.
give love.
It's gonna happen regardless. You
it.
can't run away from stress.
Exactly.
There's no such thing. But you're saying stress with hunting, I agree with you. However, there's ladies right now watching the podcast. Don't feel down on yourself that, oh, I'm not in my feminine. No, it's your season of life right now. Listen, there's a season of life where maybe you didn't come up with a lot of money. Maybe there was, you don't have a lot at stake right now. Yes, maybe you had some childhood trauma where you had to show like I could be better than men and stuff like this. You went out there and you went for the hunt. It's a job as a guy to understand that lady was in a season of her life where she had to go out there, just like yourself. Go out there, make a lot of money. You could do it. That's the difference. Like, you can do it. Is it your option? You would say, well, actually, no, I would rather be at home, be loved, be taken care of by my man, be led. But there's this point where I know I can do it. So like for myself, like dating a lady, right? Before I would say, I want my lady to go conquer the world and
I know.
whatever.
You
Now
told me.
it's changed because
I
I
know.
said like, I don't need somebody else to be a hunter. Like I before I used to want somebody to build a business with and grow a business with. I don't
Build
need
an
a business
empire.
partner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also need somebody to cheer me on. That's a big thing. Like
Yeah.
some guys do. I don't care if my woman says, oh, you got this. I actually don't care at all. No. I don't care at all.
That's good because you're very confident means.
Yeah, because that means if I care that my lady says, oh,
No, but it's nice to hear from your lady, from the woman that you love. It makes you feel like good, no?
no. I just don't like when nobody tells me you got this or it's okay, keep
No,
going.
but like
I
compliment.
just-
You did great today. I'm proud of you. You don't feel like it's nice to hear from your lady?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
It doesn't. No, it's not gonna change my business. That's like Steve
No,
telling
it's not
me.
going to change your business. However, okay, I want to see if one day you have a lady and then she never tell you anything like,
Like words of affirmation
yeah.
inside a business.
I think you wouldn't like it.
It's not negative. It just wouldn't change my approach inside a business.
No, we're talking about personal right now. No business, not changing.
Yeah,
about
I think
business.
what's more important is like it's more so of like a lady's gonna do that with actions to show that she cares. Like
Yeah,
like how
also.
everything like. Is it more so of like a lady telling you you're doing such a good job, or is it more so of a lady providing the man peace as he's working?
It's just trying to give love from a lady.
Yeah, but
saying
like
that.
at a guy's perspective, the guy actually cares more about, hey, he
Yeah.
can freely work throughout the day and there's peace. Trust me, if I go ask any man, what would you rather? A lady to tell you you're doing a good job or a lady to provide you full peace as you're working? The man's gonna be like, dude, That one right there.
I had an experience in my past. One of my ex, I don't want to say who, but that
Because I had
if
ladies saying you're doing, sorry to cut you off. I had ladies saying you're doing such a good job. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Men need to hear this for a second. Ladies need to hear this for a second. And by the way, it's vice versa.
Yeah.
A man does not care if you tell him you're doing such a good job. By the way, same thing with a lady. I'm just saying, when you're in the world of business, you just get punched in the face 24/7 and you get edified 24/7. You get a check, you get punched. You get a check, you get punched. The guy's just doing this all day, or the lady too in business. Boom, boom. So if a lady says you're doing a good job or work hard or whatever the case is, that's not going to be his point of happiness inside of the relationship. The point of happiness inside of the relationship is like the other 16 hours while he's getting punched or he's getting a check. It's like the peace in the relationship.
Yeah.
That's why I said, like, do I care? It's like, no, I more so care of like the actual reality of what's happening throughout the whole day, because that's actually what's going to make me happy and want to come home and be like, wow, like she let me be free and work, go freaking crush the world. There was no stress throughout the day. Why are you doing this? You're asking what you're doing, not why you're doing it. See, these are big things nobody talks about.
Yeah.
You ask me what I'm doing, not why I'm doing it. These are big, right? So now I can come home and be like, my family. And it doesn't matter if she says you did such a good day at business. I don't even need to hear it. Don't worry, I don't even need to hear it. I don't need to hear it. We're good.
But what do you think if a guy actually say, my girlfriend, she doesn't give me too much compliment. Like, what do you think about this kind of person? Like, he's insecure. I had this in my past. Like, I was not give enough compliments.
Yeah, just
complaining because I don't give enough compliments. And then I had another experience where if I would say thank you, the guy will tell me, don't even tell me thank you. You already exist. It's enough. So what's the difference? Because it's insecure? Is insecure the guy?
That's a good conversation to bring up.
Yeah,
I'll
because
tell you. And I like that you just brought up the second. I like that you brought up that second one.
The second one I was because I was with the other person and my experience. In my new relationship, I was trying to give more. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. And he was like, "Can you stop say thank you? I'm sorry. You already exist. It's enough for me." Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
that
beautiful.
Feels so good.
I think for men and women, when you're building a business, I think you don't care so much about compliments anymore and negativity and hate. Because if you care about a compliment, you're going to care about also criticism too inside a business, like hate and all this stuff. I think there's a point where you become desensitized to even compliments, like, hey, you're doing good. Thank you, we know.
Yeah, but if she's going to tell you, you're going to accept it anyway.
No, what I'm saying is as a human being, if a human being gets complimented a lot, I love your tattoos, I love your tattoos, I love your tattoos, I love your tattoos, and you hear it enough, what happens? You become desensitized. Not that you're not grateful for it, by the way. Not that you're not grateful. It's just, if you hear something, oh, you have beautiful hair, you tell a lady that enough times, it's not that she's not grateful for it, she's just heard it so many times, right? So there's a reason why I'm saying this, is because inside of business, when you get so many compliments and you get so many hits inside of business, you become so neutral. Like if somebody asked me, dude, how do you just keep going? It's just because you've been into the highs of the highs and the lows of the lows. It's just you felt everything.
But from the person that you love, it's different.
Yes, but here's what I'm saying. I think what's more important for somebody working a business is to understand you're not so much looking for a compliment. I think what's a beautiful thing, I think opposite. When a lady or my mother or a family member or my father doesn't say you're doing a good job, but says, wow, thank you for doing this, to me that hits a little bit harder. Because the thank you that you get from people, if you look at a thank you on a deeper level, they're thanking you for going through those highs and lows. Exactly. Maybe, because for me, a compliment is not gonna help my business. But the thank you, say for example, I go give my father something, and a genuine thank you comes out, like, or
but you always buy a present for them, no? When you travel?
or a husband goes to take his family on vacation. The wife looks at him and says, like, you know, thank you for providing and working so hard. Like, thank you. And the man can internalize it the right way. The thank you was, thank you for eating shit sometimes, meaning like taking all the punches, working hard when you wanted to quit. That means a lot because they're thanking you for a process that wasn't that easy. So for me, I think those thank yous are actually important. And that's something that I check people inside of life. I check people. I say, hey, don't ever stop saying thank you and say it from the heart. You know what I mean? Because everything that you're given inside of life, whether it's from a man or it's from a woman, it took a lot of work inside of life.
Of course.
It took a lot of work. Like we had to negate a lot of feelings and emotions and opinions, etc. So I think the thank yous are important.
Yes.
So I think guys, as much as they want to lie, but when they hear a thank you from the heart, like if you can internalize it and somebody that's in tune with their emotions and know how much work that they put in, I think it means a lot. I think ladies, don't ever stop saying thank you to a guy that works hard.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't ever stop saying it because whoever it is, like even if somebody pays for dinner, that's first of all, it just gets done. The guy pays for dinner. That's it. The guy knows that. Like there's no such thing as
but
like
it's nice to say thank you after.
yeah, there's no such thing as I'm gonna split the bill with you or anything. That's it. I hunt throughout the day.
Guys, please listen.
No, but this
Thank
is
you.
like this is all adequate. I work throughout the day. I bust my ass off. Whether you do or you didn't, I pay for the bill. There's a thank you, and that's it. Move on.
Would you let your lady pay the bill?
Would I like my lady?
No. Would you let any if you okay? We'll ask
No,
later.
no.
Pay any bill?
No, it's a dumb question.
Never.
No.
Never.
These are questions people do on social media.
I know because
No.
people nowadays they do. That men they do nowadays. They let the girl pay.
Women do.
So no, sorry. They
You said men do.
No, yes,
But he's not a man.
yeah, he's not a man exactly.
Yeah, so I said women do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we like.
Well, why are you gonna go out? Like what? Like why? My question is this: like when a guy says,
It's not easy nowadays to find a
no,
man.
but like if a guy
man.
complains, it's like complaining. Listen. If a guy's like, well, we have to go 50, just don't go out.
No,
That's my
you
thing
don't
to a guy.
Okay, if I'm there and if the guy asks me 50-50, I'm leaving, of course.
Yes.
But you try to go out at
No,
least.
but the advice
Like
the advice to the man is this: like, you just don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, just don't like. There should be no complaining. It's like you already know what you went into. Hey, listen, she has this lifestyle.
Yeah.
She wants to go to this restaurant.
Yes.
Pal, get back to work. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. There is zero complaining. And by the like one guy was complaining. He's like, dude, I have to buy my wife this ring or whatever the case is. I said,
Is it too much for him?
yeah, no, I was just saying like, hey, dude, just either just shut up and work or move on, but just don't complain because you get yourself inside of the situation.
Exactly.
Like, so I think like men should pay the bill based on your situation inside of life. Don't date if you can't afford it. Shut up, get back to work. I tell guys, I'm like, just get back to sales and shut up.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. But do you think that men nowadays they put enough effort even to help ladies to be in their feminine? Because I feel like we were talking about this maybe yesterday, 2 days ago, that I don't date much, almost nothing, because I don't feel there is
Why?
out. Because I don't feel there is out there a man. I don't feel like they put too much effort to just, I even yesterday I showed you that someone sent me flowers. For me, it was a huge thing. Finding someone sent flowers.
Guys, everybody
They
send
don't do
Fabrizia
it. Yeah, thank
flowers.
you.
They'll drop it on the podcast, the address.
Okay, no, I don't. No.
No?
No, better
Virtual PO box or something?
not. Yeah, maybe they drop to you and then you drop to me.
I'll take the flowers.
Okay, no, you can give it to me.
No, I'll take the
please.
flowers.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. Just decorate my whole house with flowers, yeah.
What color?
Blue,
Blue.
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, blue flowers.
No mix?
No mix.
Okay.
Is it weird if a guy wants flowers? Is that a
No,
weird
actually,
thing?
no. I'm in my past.
I buy myself
I
flowers.
did give flowers to my
Yeah.
one of my ex, and he was like in shock. But I think it's a nice gesture.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. So that's why I'm.
So there's no guys that step up to the plate.
I think I don't know if they feel intimidated with me or they feel like I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is nowadays. They don't make like a nice step, like a okay. Of course, I have guys that ask him for date, but I don't feel it there.
But you don't have this problem in Dubai, like.
Okay.
Wait. Let me clarify
Come
this.
on, girls in Dubai are too
live
easy.
you don't live in this small little city where there's 170 men, and there's 30 of them that are making decent
Can I
money.
say
You live in
something?
Dubai, like every other guy's wearing a Richard Mille, so you guys don't have to worry about this whole like splitting the tab and stuff like this.
No, no,
First of
no.
all, right?
No.
Am I right?
Now, actually, when I was in Italy, in Calabria, I had experienced one of my old good friends that he was more man than a man here in Dubai. He didn't have money, but he made me feel in my feminine. Send me flowers, pay for dinners, or make me feel like you're enough. You're existing. You're amazing. Understand? So I think here they're losing their soul. They're losing themselves.
Okay, so if a guy did that to you right now, and he made you feel amazing, he held the door open, he was romantic, he did these little gestures, sent you over.
It's the beginning. It's something.
I know,
in the
sent you
beginning.
over a little card, but he only makes $60,000 a year.
And what? What's the question?
You still, are you gonna date him?
It happened, yeah.
Yeah.
It happened, yes. But of course, I need to feel protected from in future because in future I want to have kids. So we need to understand. We need to sit down and talk about it. How we're gonna do this? How can we make it?
Yeah, but no said, you heard on the last one, you can't make somebody care about making money. The guy either cares to make money or not. You're not going to instill hunger into a man.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, I'm not going to a rich man.
So you can't date the guy that is so cute and romantic but doesn't make money.
It's difficult nowadays.
You can't.
I did date him, but then it was completely different mindset. It's not even more about money. There was a moment actually I was almost thinking, should I come back to my roots and be more Italian and don't be this business lady and remove all your stress and just live in this little house with the green and vegetables?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do it.
I can't.
Yeah, because you've already seen what you can do.
But I thought about it, of course, because
so the truth is, Fabri needs somebody that can financially provide, right? Financially provide, and at the same time, not just financially provide, and that's just not going to place you in the feminine, but at the same time, genuinely care, send the flowers, open the door, check in on the day, how's my queen doing,
Yes.
And it doesn't take a lot of effort.
Do you think it doesn't? I want just these small things.
And in return,
and it's beautiful.
Fabri acts as
I give love.
The queen, submissive, let the man lead.
Right? Oh, the man, yes, with respect.
Yeah. Then would you stop? My question is this. Then do you stop? Daniel's now interviewing Fabri.
Yeah, of course, it's okay.
Then do you stop?
That's where.
Well, then you stop. You stop having to financially provide. If he's making money, you're now comfortable. Do you stay in your feminine and then lessen the workload and then just want to stay at home?
I would probably keep, if he let me, I will keep working.
What would you want to do? Would you just want to stay at home and he says, hey, don't work anymore?
But this is like a shut me down.
No, he says, hey, you don't need to work anymore.
I don't need, but
you don't need to work anymore. Here is your salary every month. Take it. Whatever you want. The card's unlimited. You don't have to work anymore. Do you work?
I would still, I think, working because that's what drives me every day. It keeps me alive.
Are you sure?
But I would be working less, with less stress and less, not like every day. Listen, I grow up with my father telling me every day, you need to be independent. You need to be independent. Not depend to anyone. So that's why I think I'm like this. So, but and I don't know, I never been in that situation. A man actually tell me, I give you everything what you want. I love you and I makes you feel amazing. I don't know, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, men wouldn't perceive to put you in that position because they would say it to somebody that is not such a hustler like yourself because they're like, maybe she doesn't want to be inside of that position. So they probably never stepped up that high to be like, hey, by the way, here's the unlimited, here's the salary, etc. Which, by the way, I don't think you can ever stop working. You will always want to work because you're just a winner. Like because you know what you're capable of. You will go look at another lady and you would be like, yeah, you would say like, it's not even about the money. Yeah, it's not even about the money. I just need to go out there and do and create and help other people too as well. Like that's a big part. So like for you, it's not so much of you would love somebody that can financially provide, etc. So you don't have to have that financial stress. So you could do truly what you love to do and work from a place of like openness and freedom without having the anxiety of money.
Yes.
That's more so of like the woman's dream, I think now is like, hey, you can generally do what you want to do without having the financial burden. Like I have to go pay my next paycheck.
Yeah,
right?
And maybe the woman afterward, she will realize, okay, I don't want to do anymore. I want to stay home and have kids.
Sure.
Who knows?
Yeah. Which
Because
is,
she would realize.
and that's a lot though.
Yeah.
Like that to me is like a big job. That's why I said like my thought process has changed in a woman for me
I know.
over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if my woman works and goes conquer the world. Like I just want my woman to stay home.
Yeah. That's
Just
it.
stay home, do whatever you want to do, stay home.
And even if she says,
If she wants to work from home, go work from home. If you want to go work. But I don't want
okay,
my
but you would let her work, and if she wants in her feminine side, the feminine
Sure.
way, would you let her? You wouldn't.
Sure, but just remember, like I said, if I'm gonna have kids and a family,
Of course.
that's work. That's a
That's what
lot of
also-
work.
exactly.
So I'm gonna date a girl, and then marry a girl that wants to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna do that because that's a leadership role.
That's
That's a
also-
role. I don't want to date a girl that's gonna be like, I'm gonna pass this off,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go build a business. No man ever. If a man is doing that out of insecurity, if he says he wants a woman to go build a business, no, of course a man would want a woman to take care of the kids, do things around the house. The man goes out, provides. Yes, of course. That's at the end of the day what every man wants.
I get this question like lately less because now people they know me, but before like why you don't have kids? Because I didn't have time to have or didn't find the right man to have them because I know I cannot be there for them. Because if I found a man, the right man for me, is honest, is giving me the right things, of course I will be there for my kids. I will work less or whatever. Like it's gonna be natural anyway. It's natural for us, for women, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's very simple, I think.
Yeah, I think women. I think women when they're in their hunter and their provider role, when they're working, they got to know that they're in that season. When they meet a man, they can't psych themselves out and be like, "Oh, I'm too intimidating." You don't even think of it. You just be a lady. You act like a lady. If the man doesn't act like a man, you move on. Do you know how many ladies? You know what they say? I'm so intimidating to guys. But wait. It's actually like you shouldn't be thinking of it because what happens is that you're almost going to be thinking, am I that role? And you're going to be psyching yourself out. No, when you're working, you're doing your business, you're selling real estate, etc. When you meet a man, you don't play this game of trying to be intimidating. You act like a lady. There'll be men who say, man, I can act like a man now. Like I can act like a man, which by the way, like, this still exists. This still exists.
Yeah.
There's certain
Can you
parts
find
of the
for me?
world.
Can you
where-
find for me a guy
Well,
like
there's
this?
certain parts of the world where like men, providers, certain cities, certain countries, ladies, full in their feminine. Why do you think guys love going to South America?
You were saying this.
Yeah,
last
why do you
night.
think
Yeah.
guys love going to Colombia?
Because they're like the women, they expect the man to pay for everything.
the ladies are feminine.
Yes.
The
you said-
ladies are very feminine.
Because-
they're very feminine. And you know what? The right guy that is a provider, etc., loves it. They don't need to be in
How would you
competition. The
describe
lady
the
loves.
lady? The ladies are so feminine. How would you describe? What do you mean?
The ladies are they're feminine. They smile. They're kind. They're open. They have respect.
Yes.
But they're feminine. They're kind. They're genuine. They're open. They show, hey, by the way, I'm a lady.
Okay,
Right?
so
Now,
you mean like
a
girl who works hard, she's not kind, she's not open, she's not calm.
No, they can work hard. You can work hard and be kind.
Exactly.
You see what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like that's what I'm saying. A
Because-
lady doesn't have to be like, because I work hard, I have to have this defensive face. No. There's still a
Exactly.
balance. And by the way, again, it's a season. But if that lady that works hard goes to meet a man, it's okay to be in your feminine because the right guy is gonna appreciate it and say, wow. That's why all these guys, this is not talked about, but there's a lot of guys in business, a lot of great guys, by the way. I've met a lot. I've traveled the world 24/7. I've met so many great providers, genuine, respectful men.
We talk about later about this, okay? We exchange a number with these guys,
Oh,
please.
okay, yeah. And we meet them in South America.
Oh, okay.
And I say, and people are like, oh. I said, why are you here? Man, I want to find like a beautiful lady that's in her feminine. I said, yeah,
No.
they're all around the world. I say, listen, I tell them, I said, dude, I get it. They're all around the world. It's just that here, right? And I know people are going to chop this up and clip this up and be like, oh, well, it's just make love and whatever, have sex, one night stand, ta ta ta. No, there's more people there. I think South America, I even think Europe a little bit too as well, when I've
What?
seen it in Europe, where the ladies are ladies, the guys will travel over and actually feel like they're men. Like feel like, wow, I'm a man. Right? Now, I tell the guy, I say, listen, I say, this is all ladies around the world. I just want you to understand that. Don't be tricked by game face. Because I was telling a guy, we were smoking a cigar in South America, in Colombia. I said, dude, ladies just have a game face. I'm like, this is every lady. Every lady always wants to be in their feminine. Every lady always wants to be taken care of. It's just a little bit of game face, but once you get past game face, it's okay. Because this is
It's gonna
almost
be very
every
easy, better way to break this wall. It's very easy to
yeah,
break
that's
it.
what exactly.
It's
So
very-
I was saying to it, I'm like, hey, it might be a date or 2 dates, but don't worry about it because inside there's just this little girl that just wants to be
Yes.
taken care of. And guess what? They want to be a princess. And I say, I promise you that, dude. I'm like, here it's more expressed.
That's okay, exactly.
It's more. It's just more expressed. Like,
Yeah.
I'm this princess, you know. But and actually that happens in a Middle Eastern culture too as well. You know.
Yeah.
Like when I've been to like Lebanon but sometimes guys get tricked by the game face.
Yes, exactly. But let me ask you something.
Yes, ask me.
Everyone wants to know probably.
Yes.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Do I have a girlfriend? Yes, I'm seeing somebody right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you feel?
Good. There's no. It's simple.
Because I know everyone wants to know.
Yeah. No. I don't think there's
Just-
just no stress
Yeah.
in my life. Like there's just zero stress. Like
That's
there's
beautiful.
peace inside of my life. And I think if there was no peace inside of my life,
Yes.
it would be difficult, right? So
100%.
am I like it's very, very recent, by the way, like very recent. But I think for me, the number one thing inside of my life is always saying like, if I'm ever gonna tie the knot and marry somebody, that somebody is gonna have to provide me peace, which is number one.
Of course.
That's it. There's gonna have to be a certain level of peace and a certain level of understanding of
Yeah.
my work. And sometimes that's hard. Like I that's why I'm saying like, and I'm not closed off. There would be like, you know, a month where maybe I can date and say, okay, I'm opened up, but I'm testing my peace levels, my energy levels. I'm not gonna sacrifice none of my work or anything like that. Yeah, and something just to understand fully of like what it takes.
You wouldn't take her with you traveling? You wouldn't take her with you traveling?
why not?
Okay, well, you would.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, when the time's right.
Yes.
You know, when the time's right, you've grown to trust a person.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
that's another step of
Yeah.
the next level.
The next
right?
level. Yes, of course.
There's
of course.
levels. This is the next level.
Steps. Baby steps is good sometimes.
Of course,
you know?
yeah, of course. I mean, listen, you know, I think anybody that's public, whether it's a man or woman, wants a great representation.
Have you ever been heartbroken?
Have I been
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who?
Eh,
What? At 12
no,
years
but
old?
like, not heartbroken. Like somebody like broke up with me on the spot. I started crying.
You didn't expect.
No. Heartbroken. The fact where, so I'm a workaholic. Obviously, one of the first girls that I fell in love with, when we started dating, it was like 2017, 2018. I started building my business,
Okay.
and I was working a lot. We're in Dubai, 2018. I'm building out my agency, 2017. I'm building out my agency from a hotel room, Javora Hotel, 2 months, stay in Javora Hotel. I only went outside for a jog. I built my business on a laptop. I'm building out a sales agency. And as I was building out the sales agency, I had a business partner. So I said, dude, I just needed to move cities. I'm gonna do all the calls from this Zoom. So I'm going back into sales rep mode to figure out this whole business of being a high ticket closer. So I'm sitting down 14 hours a day on my laptop, closing out deals from Zoom, building out my agency, hiring sales reps, and true workaholic mode, 14 to 16 hours a day, zero sunlight, because the time zones were different too. I was selling in America. I'm with a lady at the time. We traveled a little bit. Amazing woman. And
South American?
yeah.
Of course.
And also built a gigantic business herself.
Yeah.
Power lady. Was ahead of the game than me, meaning like she already hit a level where it was
Okay.
like, boom.
Was my next question
superstar.
actually. Okay.
And at the time that was cool for me. So I said, oh, this is gonna be amazing. We're gonna build up this company together. Da, 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 da. And then she slowly started to realize how much of a workaholic I was. And she said, hey, like, you know, this isn't gonna work out. So she can't remember if it was here. I think I can't. Maybe it was in New York, but I remember just saying to her, I'm like, oh yeah, don't even worry about it. Like I'll just in my head, I'm like, she's gonna be my wife anyhow. I'll just after I'm done building out this project, I'll just go back and just go marry her. That was my thing. I'm like, don't even worry about it. I'm like, yeah, don't. She's like, no, we're breaking up. Like I'm like, yeah, don't even worry about it. I was just thinking about my next call. I'm like, whatever she's saying, I'm gonna date her next month. I'm just a little bit busy right now. I'm just in workaholic mode, right? So I was in love with her, but at the same time, my dreams were at the forefront first. So I'm building out this business. She leaves. And then a year down the road, right? And I used to rant and rave to my family about this lady. I thought, this is the lady I'm gonna marry. Da, 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 da. My family's like, that is the lady. I said, yes, it's the lady. She's everything. She built a business. She's so sweet and kind, family lady, good morals. My grandparents loved her. And for my no to love somebody, that's a hard pass. I'm like an easy pass.
Sicilian.
That's a hard pass.
I know.
You know, they say testa duro, like a hard head,
testa
right?
dura, testa
Yeah,
dura.
testa dura.
Testardo.
So my nonno's like hard pass. Grandfather loved her. So this is a year later. Boom, business starts taking off, and I remember there was this joke with my ex-girlfriend at the time. We used to go to this. We used to go to my parking spot. I drove this white older Mercedes, right? At the time when I was building my business. And there was this white Lamborghini that used to park beside me. And that was my dream car since I was a kid, a white Lamborghini Huracan since I was young. I used to have the poster on my wall. And I always used to tell her, I used to say, hey babe, sorry, I forgot the keys to my car. I'm like, let's just take this one going out to dinner. Every single time I used to say that to her, right? Just as a joke. I'm like, oh, I forgot the keys to the Lamborghini. Let's just take the car. Cause this guy used to park right beside me. So I used to make that joke with her for a year straight, right? She used to fall into the joke. She's like, oh, really? I'm like, you want to go up and grab them? So we play the skit every time. Went out for dinner anytime, woke up in the morning, we play the skit. Like, I forgot the keys to my Lamborghini. You okay just to take the... She played the skit with me, da, da, da. So one day, a year later, I build my business. First of all, not even really realizing I broke up. I'm delusional at this point, building my business. I should contact her back.
Oh, you were not
I already broke up with her.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So I break up with her. I get my dream car, my dream Lamborghini.
Yes.
I buy my dream Lamborghini.
And then you were like...
So I'm driving my car. Day one. Boom, friends. Da, da, da. I'm young. I'm like 24 at the time, driving my dream car. I'm living the dream. My friends come in it. I'm having fun. My mom comes in it. Right? Best feeling in the world. My mother's in the Lamborghini. I'm parked at a traffic light. And I look at the couple next to me. The couple next to me is just laughing. I'm looking at the couple. I stare at my Lamborghini, the wheel.
Oh.
I look next. I'm like, oh, geez. Where's my lady that I was supposed to get this Lamborghini with, right? So I had it all but had nothing type of deal. So I look, I said, she's not here. So I said, no, okay, let me fix this up real quick because I wasn't feeling good. I remember this vividly. I'm like, all these people are happy. My friends were with their girlfriends. They were laughing. I was single driving my Lamborghini. I said, oh, this is a problem. I pick up a phone call. I call her on WhatsApp. She lives in Peru. Call doesn't pick up. It's like 1 a.m. at the time. I'm like, oh, she's sleeping. I keep calling her. I'm like, hey, pick up. She's like, hey, sorry. Like, I have a boyfriend. We've been dating for the last 8 months. And in my head, I was like, guaranteed. I'm like, I'm going to show her that I have this Lamborghini. She's going to be so happy. She's going to come back to Toronto. I'm going to tell her I love her. Da, da, da.
You told her?
Yeah, of course. I'm like, Paula, I got the Lamborghini. Remember that Lamborghini? She's like, yeah. She was happy too. She's like, you got it? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, which airport do I fly you out of? She's like, wait, what do you mean? She said, I'm like, no, what airport? She's like, what are you talking about? I said, come back. Everything's good. I made it. I made the $1 million dream. She said, I have a boyfriend. I've been dating for 8 months. We're engaged. And when you said a heartbreak, I said, wait, what? She's like, I got engaged. I said, no. She's like, yes, my boyfriend. I got engaged. Da, da, da. I go back to her Instagram profile. I'm like, hey, accept me on Instagram. It was a private Instagram. Accept me on Instagram. She accepts me on Instagram. I see all the photos of the boyfriend. And when you asked me about a heartbreak, I was like, damn, you can have everybody.
You felt it.
Yeah, that was the heartbreak story, right? So, yeah, I think that's normal to happen inside of life.
Of course,
by the
it's
way.
normal.
You manage expectations.
It's a gift from God, for sure.
Correct,
Always.
right? And that's where I started to realize when you asked me about the balance thing, I said, it is an impossible task sometimes to figure out balance inside of your life if you're shooting for something big. I was shooting for a Lamborghini at the age of 24, not by selling e-commerce courses online and these fake gurus online. I was building a business and I'm like, I wanted this not when I was 64. I wanted this at 24. So I had to compress like 35 years of knowledge, skill, and work into like a year and a half.
But you want it.
Yes, so that's what I mean. There's not gonna be balance when you try to shoot for something that is mostly unrealistic to the majority of society. That's where I said balance doesn't come in. And that's where I had to start working on myself saying, be careful what you ask for. Because if you ask for something big inside of life, right? Balance and owning the world doesn't come hand in hand.
Do you feel you made it in life? Like it's enough what you have? What do you feel like?
No.
Right.
No.
And
No, how I really feel, I feel like I didn't even scratch the surface yet with business.
Okay.
I really feel. Like, I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface.
Wow.
Because
so
there's so much
what's
potential.
your actual goal? Like, how would you see?
I said it to keep seeing how far I can push this inside my own head.
You kill yourself.
Yeah, just to see how far I can push my potential.
Your mother's gonna die. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Everybody's. I want. You know what my thing is? I want everybody to look at me.
Yeah. See something like.
Yeah. I want everybody to watch my stories, and see me travel, and I want them to get tired just by watching me.
But
that's what I really want.
As a friend, I want you to like think sometimes to be careful not to get trapped on this loop, traveling. I need to do more because you always write in a story. For example, this is flight number 37. I need to do more. I need to do more.
137. 37's in January.
I know, but I know you like.
I want to push my potential to the farthest I can inside of life. That's my goal now. I want to push my potential to the farthest I can inside of life. I want to see how much I can push the lid
till you have a heart attack.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think I'll ever have a heart attack. The reason being why I think I'll never have a heart attack is because I listen to my body.
Do you actually?
Yeah, like I really listen to my body. And somebody that's knowledgeable about health will be like, he does. Why? Because, well, he wouldn't have been able to do what he did in the last 7 years.
No, that's for sure.
The average human being would have a heart attack, by the way. The average human being, probably would burn out inside a business. So I tell people, come on, look a level deeper, man.
But you see
I wake up in the morning and if somebody really had a monitor on my life, I'm like, if you looked at my life, I'm very healthy.
No, I know. You
maybe
don't drink,
having a Red Bull,
course.
yes. Maybe losing 3 days of sleep and only, sleeping 5 hours. But just remember, like, working 18 hours has now become like frowned upon, or 16 hours or 14 hours become frowned upon. But like human beings, people say they weren't meant for this, but like, just go look at your ancestors. Why is it frowned upon now? But your ancestors were doing 12-hour days, sometimes 7 days a week. They didn't have the ability to have an option. I said, I'm actually not doing anything out of the ordinary.
You're living the life
stay
the way
very
you
healthy.
want.
I stay healthier than all of my ancestors.
I know that.
I stay much healthier than all of my ancestors. So it's just being aware. Hey, what do I put in my body and what do I put in my mind and who am I around? My environment and my health is super important to me. So I hope people can look at that because
do you actually check your health? Often?
Yeah, of course. My doctor says your cortisol levels are ridiculous. How do you have do you actually work 12 hours? Do you actually take 185 flights a year? Yes, I do. Right? So I don't think it's anything out of the ordinary. Like I'm doing something where I can push myself to have a heart attack. And if that happened, that's just my time. That's what I believe.
And actually, if it happened, but you were doing what you love, which you live in the life anyway. So
yeah, there's times where I'm like, okay, my body tells me, hey,
I need to sleep.
That's it. I get it because I'm in business. I have to always be on, perform the next day. So I'm like, hey, right now, yes, it's time to sleep. Yeah. But I pray for one thing. Like my prayers is when I say, God, thank you, right?
Yeah.
First, I say thank you for everything before I ask for something. Yeah. Just thank you for it all. The problems, and then I said, just give me one. I always ask God, I'm like, just give me one.
Just another one.
No, I said, just give me the health thing. I got
Yeah.
everything else. I said, give me the health thing, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like I always just pray for my health because I realize if that's taken away, everything else in life you just don't care about. So I'm like, I don't pray like now, say, give me $1 billion. I'm like, just give me the health thing because I wouldn't trade it for nothing inside of
Exactly,
life.
because you know you can make it anyway. If you have health, you can make it. You can make it happen. You
Yes.
can
So that's for me. And then when I pray for it, then I see the signs. Like when you pray, now I start to see the signs where it's like, okay, you prayed for the health. There's gonna somebody that comes by. Do you want a Coke? No. Like, you know, so you got to be consciously aware also as well as what comes around you. I think, listen, my goal in my prayers is always health. My goal in my prayers is always health. And the reason why is because it allows me to raise my conscious awareness that a goal, when you pray for health or you write down your goal to be healthy, all that does it's you don't manifest into a healthy person. What happens is you become aware of the things that try to distract you. So now that if that's my number one priority, guess what? When I see a Coca-Cola, I'm like, because it was on the top of my mind this morning, I'm easily consciously aware to say no to it. Somebody that doesn't pray for it and somebody that doesn't write it down is not aware that that's going to affect them. And that's why when people say I manifested my goal, I said, no, you're consciously aware of what to say yes and no to inside of life. So it's very easy to make decisions inside of life. People that don't write things down and don't pray don't know what they want, so they'll accept everything because life is like a buffet. So like for me, I'm like, oh, this morning I wrote down and I prayed health.
Thank you.
Okay, so now if McDonald's comes by, I'm like, uh-oh, I'm reminded. The goal and the prayer is simply a reminder and to keep you consciously aware of what's good and what's not good for your life.
And it's so amazing, like normal people, when they travel so much like you do, or you work so hard like how you do, they're like, as soon as they arrive in the new country, they go to sleep a little bit, or you go running.
Yes.
You need to run. Run for you is like you're sleeping. It's crazy.
You know what's funny? Last week, I arrived at an event in, I think it was like California 2 weeks ago. We did like we did 8 events in 7 days in Colombia, okay? So 8 events in 7 cities in 7 days in Colombia. And I can tell you the level of tiredness, I'll tell you why the tiredness was there. Because every event, and my guys will never forget this one, every event was at a different city, at a different elevation level, with planes that you just don't want to get on. Like these planes, we thought we booked private jet. Yeah, private one propeller plane. My friend was the pilot. My friend was the co-pilot. Like in the middle of the mountains, going up elevation, dizzy, just, you know that feeling where you just want to puke. And I'm good on planes because we live on planes. And not just being jet lagged, but taking them from different elevation. Every single event was on a different elevation level. Every single day, going through mountains. Boom, boom, boom. We're just getting bounced around. Steve and Tony are knocked out. We land into another city. I think it was California. My friend says, hey, dude, I know you just landed. It was like 1 p.m. The event's at 8 p.m. in California or 7 p.m. He's like, how do you feel? I'm like, dude, I'm tired as hell, so I'm going to go for a run. And he just starts laughing. And he says, wait, what do you mean? You're tired as hell, you're going to go for a run. I'm like, my body, for some reason, my body will reset in this run. I will be at peace during this run after. He's like, but I'm like, because I've been on planes for the last 3 days. I'm tired. I'm going to go for a run. He's like, only you would say you're tired, you're going to go for a run. I'm like, but everybody, I said, if everybody is aware of how they operate, for some reason, after I do that, I can't feel bad about myself, right?
That's amazing.
So I'm gonna try to reset after that run, feel good. There's not gonna be 30 minutes of sleep that is gonna make me perform better tonight. That is gonna take 12 hours of dinosaur sleep. I know that, by the way. Like people say, do you sleep? I'm like, yes, like a polar bear.
Like 4 hours a night maximum.
No, but there's a Sunday, a Tuesday during the week where I have to sleep like a polar bear. If I did 2 nights that are 4 hours and 5 hours, maybe on Wednesday's polar bear night, where I'm 14 hours, 13 hours, you know? Because remember, people just see an Instagram story. I tell people, hey, can you stop? I have to keep my family in check. I said, stop. You see 1 minute and 30 seconds of my life articulated and manipulated. They say, what do you mean? I said, come on. Did I show you how I woke up in the morning at what time? I said, you see nothing. So, you know, I said, come on, be a realist. Don't say, well, Daniel, you're going to burn out. Be a realist. I would have already died. You think I don't sleep? Do you see what I mean? Come on, if everybody knows social media, I hope social media is not everything.
but
It's a
people-
minute and
people
30
think-
seconds out of 24 hours.
When they see stars in social media, they think that everything is fine stars, but they don't know the behind scene.
Yeah, like they're sleep.
There's so much more.
And by the way, I articulate this to people on my social media stories. I don't lie to them. I tell people, this is the reality. There's going to be no balance. This is the reality.
Yes.
I sleep a lot. People say, how's your spiritual? I say, of course my spiritual game is amazing. Of course. You can't have longevity without having a spiritual game. God, faith, being in tune with your thoughts. Of course. I say, guys, just don't look at people like dumb donkeys, and this is how they became successful. It's just by working hard or whatever the case is. You have to tie it back because people that have been in business for a while, there's a lot of components to it. It's not just somebody that's been in business for a while, 10 years, 20 years, and they keep growing. That means a lot of the things inside of their life are very aligned. Because you can't have growth without alignment in all the areas of your life. Faith, family, restfulness, not just sleep, restfulness, sleep, health. All these things are important. Restfulness means not having
Can be
work.
meditation, can be anything.
Correct, yes.
Anything, yes.
To keep going,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So that's where all the energy comes from. So I say it's all these alignments behind the scenes as to why you see me on a video, boom.
I think we're almost out of time, but
I don't
want
want
to
to stop
ask.
talking, Fabri.
I know. I want to ask you something. If today you wake up one day and there is no follower anymore, no money anymore, no fame anymore, what would you do, Daniel?
Me?
Yeah,
I just get it back.
I know, but how?
Yeah.
How would you start?
How would I start?
Yeah,
No differently.
the same, right?
Yeah,
because
like
it
no-
worked anyway.
Yeah, no differently. If anything, I kind of understand it a little bit better. I might piss off a lot more people in the beginning. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I have a very good product, which is me as a sales trainer. And when I said I might piss off a lot more people, I know what to say to piss people off.
But you're not gonna have any fame. Like you wake up, you're
Yeah. I'm gonna go on the camera.
Yeah.
There's gonna be no camera. I'm
Okay.
broke, busted, and disgusted.
Okay.
There's no camera. There's zero camera. The first thing that's gonna happen is I'm not gonna go try to hire a shooter Steve. Here's what I'm gonna
exactly. That's you.
like I
the
have
team is you.
I
It's gonna
have
be.
zero. Yeah, there's $0. Here's how I'd work it out. There's no shooter Steve. I can't buy an FX6.
You can't.
That's 10,000.
Exactly.
There's no Tony to actually even hold the camera for me because he's not gonna work for no dollars. So he can't hold the iPhone because he actually built my social media in the beginning holding an iPhone 4. Okay, so there's none of that. My brother's a worker. My brother was the first cameraman when I was 14. Nobody wants to work with me. Nobody has faith in me. This is what I'm gonna go do. First step I'm gonna go do if I'm broke, busted, and disgusted, I'm gonna know my goal is to get one of those. But I can't afford one of those. But that's my goal. I have to know my first step.
yeah.
So my first step is to get in front of one of those because I can tackle a lot more people. That's my goal. I need to get in front of more people. The only way I can get one of those, I have to
Yes.
be a realist. That's why you get into sales.
Yeah.
Sales is not a passion of mine, by the way. I wish people knew that. Sales is my vehicle to get one of those. Because if I can get one of those, I can talk more and I can sell more. That's all my camera's for. The camera is just to sell more people. It's to impact, influence, and sell more people. That's it. So here's what I would do. So if I was broke, busted, and disgusted, lost everything, you throw me on the street, I'm homeless, I'm done.
Yeah.
I actually find enjoyment if that would actually happen. People would say
It's
no.
something new,
Well,
exciting for you because you, yeah.
Well,
like
because I would
something different.
love for
You like
everybody.
to challenge yourself.
Yeah, I would love for everybody to shit on me. I would love it. For some reason, I would love to be like, ha, 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 ha. And yes, and then come back and then go build it all back up and be like, showed you.
But wait, because in your mind you think I already made it before, but now I'm in zero again. But no, you don't know that you made it. You think you can like.
I don't know that I made it?
No, you don't know.
Oh,
Anymore.
so I didn't lose everything. So
no,
I
you
didn't
lost.
have
Actually,
nothing?
no, you just woke up. No, actually, no.
Because
no,
if everybody
yes,
booed
no,
me,
you're
if-
right. Yeah. No,
Well,
no,
I'm just
no.
giving you what I would do.
Yes,
What I
yes.
would do, right? If I had the skill, if you didn't take away the mind and the skill,
No, that you have, of course, you have.
okay,
That's
yeah,
you. It's a
I wouldn't
Daniel.
mind. I wouldn't mind. I mean, I did it when I was young. I would just be at a better level now.
Exactly.
But I genuinely wouldn't mind. Like, I might find thrill in it, just as a
Exactly.
psychopath.
I
Just
know,
as
I know.
every competitor finds thrill in people booing them.
Mm-hmm.
So even to the point of where like you would boo me and Steve would boo me and my mother and father, I'd be like, game on. So I'd go. Here's what I would do to go make $1 million fast or $100,000 fast.
Straight away $1 million.
$100,000 fast.
100, yeah.
Okay, $100,000 is easy. I'm gonna show you how I do it. I would have clothes. I would go find clothes. I'd go find
And from your
clothes.
parents, it's fine. Like you can ask your parents.
Everybody. I have nothing. I just go to a thrift store. I say, I'll pay you back. I go knock somebody donate me some clothes. I'll pay you back in like an hour. I would go bare feet, knock on doors.
Okay.
I would just go knock. Sir, by the way, I'm in your area right now. We're washing all the windows. We might be a little bit loud. There's a squeegee. We might be a little bit loud. I'd give them my pitch. I would say, I noticed, we just washed Barb and Carl's windows. I noticed you guys have a lot of, dirt around your windows. You have a beautiful home. We're already in the neighborhood. I would give them my pitch. I would just do window washing because it's the easiest way to $1. Hey, by the way, I noticed we're already in the neighborhood. We're going to cut off our travel fees. I'll just do your windows for $99. I would master my pitch because I'm not good at sales. Let's say I don't have the best sales skills. I would start selling window washing. I would have no bucket and sponge, by the way.
Exactly.
I can't afford a bucket and sponge. So I'm going for the deepest level of haters that are going to rip on me on this. I can't even afford the bucket and sponge. So I'm going to sell my first 5 homes, $100, $50.
So they need to give you in advance money so then you can go and buy and then clean.
No.
How?
I'm not even, I don't even need the advance
Maybe
money.
you ask them, you have a bucket at all?
I just asked them, hey, do you have a bucket and sponge? By the way, I'll cut off the fees. I'm just in the neighborhood. I'm raising a little bit of capital for the Daniel G charity right now.
Okay.
Whatever it is, I would get the bucket and sponge from them, or sure, they advance the money and I go buy a bucket and sponge. Sell, and I'm the worker. This is very important, how a business is built. I'm gonna sell, I'm gonna learn the pitch. First, I'm learning the pitch, sold 5 homes. Okay, this is how I have to sell. I sell the window washing, I do the window washing. After I sell the window washing, I do the window washing. Daniel G, my nono has a saying, look at my beautiful soft hands. I realize the game in life is not to do the work of the physical labor.
It's not hard work, yeah.
Yeah, so but I have to know how to do it because my nono said just do it once, you can point second. So I'm scrubbing, I'm selling, I'm scrubbing, I'm selling, I'm scrubbing. I know how to sell now. I got that high paying skill. Sales is much more of a high paying skill than scrubbing the windows, right? Obviously. So now what do? I go back, Paisa, one of my buddies, bro, do you want to go wash some windows? I'll give you $20 per house. I bank the next 30. So boom, now I just start doing the sales thing and I find a worker. This is how you scrub the windows. Now I'm in sales doing, 10 homes a day.
Okay.
Selling 10 homes a day, 20 homes a day. That was my rate at about $50 transactions. I would be at about 20 homes a day.
Okay.
20 homes a day times 50, what am I at? That's $1,000.
Yes.
If I were to give 20% commissions every single day to the scrubber, that's $800. I'm at $800. Now I figure out the formula month 1, how to make $800 a day, about $25,000 a month. I know this is gonna be crazy for somebody. I'm at $25,000 a month.
Bravo. Ooh.
288,000. Now I'm at annual. Here we go though. Now
Okay.
I'm on day 30. I would
Okay.
build this thing in 90 days. On day 31, I would say this. I'm doing good at $20,000, but people are still booing at me because you used to make 100 times more of that per month. So day 31, I figured out the formula. Boom. Formula number 2, stop selling. Train 10 people how to sell. Hire 10, 20, 30 window washers. Get those guys really good at sales. Get those guys really good at window washing. Take the 20,000, invest in better products for the window washing so my guys can wash better windows. All buy them nice shirts where they can knock 20 people selling, 10, 20 people washing windows. Get them at Daniel G numbers. Pay this guy 25% on the sale. Pay this guy 25% on the window washing. I take 50%. Next thing you know, we're making 100 to 200 sales a day.
Now you
I'm
have
cash
the
collecting
money for the
$15,000, $20,000 a day. Now I got enough time for a camera.
Yeah.
Now I go on camera and I show people this is how much money you can make
Yes.
freaking window washing. Guess what that does? I hire more salespeople. The workers are gonna come in. There's no shortage of people that wanna work right now. I start training the salespeople because of the content that I'm making. I'm telling people you can make more becoming a window washing salesperson. The camera's on. I recruit 100 people into my window washing business, and boom, in 90 days, we got $1 million window washing business.
Mannaggia la
And I
miseria.
employed a lot of people. Like I just gave 100 people jobs. Steve, 100 salespeople, 45 window washers. It's actually not that hard. And in a generation like today, if I were to say that, like imagine somebody would post that and be like, well, it's very easy for you to say. Well, that's the beauty about today's generation is that if somebody just thought the way I thought about that window washing business, they could actually go make $1 million in 90 days. Why? Because millennials don't want to do shit. They don't want to cut the grass. They don't want to window wash.
Only
They,
online.
so they want to be
Online,
lazy. So the
yes.
person that does the work, has a skill and does the work will outbe freaking everybody.
Yeah.
That is actually the formula. And I'm not just saying window washing, but like the comment within itself just goes to show that you're probably lazy enough not to go try it out. You know, if I say things like this, people would be like, oh yeah, only in your world, go test it out. I always tell people, I say, hey, go try. Oh, sales is only good for, why don't you go try for 6 months? Go try it out. Instead of leaving the comment, go try it out.
They don't want to even try. That's the thing.
So that's how I would get back
Yes.
on track. That's my window washing agency. And by the way, that business formula that I gave you works in every single business. Real estate, insurance, shoes. You get good at the skill. You find a need. You find a need. The reason why I said window washing, because I know nobody wants to wash their windows. I know nobody wants to cut their grass.
Exactly.
Okay? So I find the need. I do the skill, I find the worker. Once I'm good at those, I now create my agency where I train people how to do the sales and I train people how to wash the windows. I'm now hands off, and that's where you have something called time freedom now. If I wasn't a psychopath, I would have create something called freedom for myself. That's how you create freedom. You hire and train people.
Grazie. Grazie, Daniele.
This was one of my favorite podcasts, Fabri.
Mannaggia la miseria, no?
Yeah, this was fun. This was fun.
It was fun. It was fun, different. Thank you so much, Daniel, for being here with me today.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
feel like we could talk for 5 hours.
I know, always like that.
Yes,
You know.
the Fabri and Daniel G show.
Let's do it.
Thank you, guys.
But by the way, soon, maybe. Who
And
knows?
by the way, if you guys are in real estate, if you're looking for a badass woman to follow in real estate, you're on socials, okay? You're on socials, you're looking for somebody to follow. I'm staring directly at you guys, okay? Fabri is one of the very few people that genuinely care about their business and other individuals, not just for clients, but even people on social media that don't even, you know, that she's never even interacted with, is somebody that puts her heart and soul into her work. So if you haven't yet, I'm gonna give Fabri the plug. Click, subscribe, follow, interact, engage, leave a comment, okay? And be part of her community, because there's very few people that I collaborate with inside of the industry. And if Fabri asks me something, I'm 100% a yes. So
Thank
should you guys.
I love you. Thank you so
Take care.
much. Thank you.